Hey coin collectors, and welcome LC Coins World International Coin Channel. Today, we have the $1 United States coin, and I'll tell you what. There's a bunch of different versions. Today we take a deep dive into the fascinating world of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar, a coin that marked a monumental shift in United States currency design, policy, representation, and minting technology. This episode is dedicated to exploring the full historical context, production details, cultural significance, design evolution, and collector market for this unique American coin. Introduced in 1979, the Susan B. Anthony dollar was the first circulating United States coin to feature a real historical woman and not an allegorical figure, and it replaced the Eisenhower dollar, which had been in production from 1971 to 1978. The obverse of the coin was designed by chief engraver Frank Gasparro and features a portrait of Susan B. Anthony, the famous women's rights activist and suffragette. Her image was based on a photograph and intended to honor her lifelong fight for gender equality and the right to vote. It marked a turning point in American numismatic history, as it symbolized the expanding recognition of women's roles in shaping the nation. Gasparro faced challenges with the likeness, which received both praise and criticism for its representation, but nevertheless, the design was approved by Congress and production began. On the reverse of the coin, Gasparro reused the Apollo 11 mission insignia design previously seen on the Eisenhower dollar, symbolizing American innovation and space exploration. This design was meant to connect the legacy of civil rights and equal opportunity with the progress of science and technology. The coin has an 11-sided inner border to help distinguish it by touch from other denominations, although it still remained confusingly similar in size and weight to the quarter. This led to significant circulation issues and ultimately limited public acceptance. Minted in Philadelphia and bearing the P mint mark, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar was the first year of this coin series and was produced in large numbers. Over 360 million coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint alone, including both wide rim and narrow rim varieties, which are key differences for collectors. The wide rim near date version is particularly sought after because of its limited mintage during early production phases and growing demand in numismatic circles. From a compositional standpoint, the coin is made of copper nickel clad and has a weight of 8.1 grams with a diameter of 26.5 millimeters. The edge is reeded and it has the same metallic composition as the quarter, which was one of the reasons why the general public often confused the Susan B. Anthony dollar with smaller change, resulting in it being largely rejected for everyday use. Vending machine incompatibility and low public familiarity also contributed to the coin's unpopularity in commerce. Despite these challenges, the Susan B. Anthony dollar holds an important place in coinage history. It was an ambitious experiment in currency design and representation, and it helped pave the way for future changes such as the Sacagawea dollar and the Presidential Dollar series. The coin also stands as a testament to the growing awareness of diversity and social contributions by women in the 20th century. In this video, we will walk through the economic and political climate of the late 1970s that led to the coin's creation. We will examine the Coinage Act of 1978, which authorized the production of the Susan B. Anthony dollar, and trace its legislative journey through Congress. We will also look at how organizations like the United States Mint, Citizens Coinage Advisory Committee, and the Treasury Department work together to finalize the design and logistics of this new dollar coin. We will also explore the production process at the Philadelphia Mint and explain how dies were prepared, how plankets were fed into presses, and how quality control measures were applied to millions of coins produced. We will take a virtual tour through the minting facilities and include historical footage of the coin striking process when available. We'll also discuss era coins from the 1979p series, including off-center strikes, double dies, die clashes, and planchette flaws that can significantly increase the value of a coin. Another topic we will explore is coin grading and the value spectrum of the 1979p Susan B. Anthony dollar coins graded MS65 and above or certified as wide rim examples can fetch substantial premiums in the collector market. We will go over how to recognize high-grade examples using luster, strike quality, and surface preservation key indicators, and we will also review auction data and third-party grading population reports to understand how rare certain varieties and grades are. We will discuss how this coin is viewed by modern collectors and how its story has changed over the decades. Once dismissed as a failed experiment, the Susan B. Anthony dollar has seen a resurgence in popularity among newer collectors, especially those interested in women's history, civil rights, and modern-era coinage. We will include expert interviews, dealer insights, and collector testimonials that offer perspective on how the coin's legacy is evolving today. As we continue, we'll explore how the Susan B. Anthony dollar has influenced modern commemorative coin programs and U.S. mint outreach campaigns. We will also compare this coin to similar international efforts to feature real historical women on currency and the global movement toward gender-inclusive coinage. We will trace the numismatic impact of Susan B. Anthony's appearance on a circulating coin and her continued presence in American cultural memory. By the end of this video, you will not only have a complete understanding of the 1979p Susan B. Anthony dollar, but also an appreciation for the deeper currents of history politics. Today we're exploring one of the most significant and talked about coins in modern American numismatic history, the 1972 Eisenhower silver dollar, a coin that stands as a monument to American history, space achievement, political symbolism, and numismatic evolution. The 1972 Eisenhower dollar, often called the Ike dollar, was part of a short-lived yet highly impactful coin series minted between 1971 and 1978. The 1972 issue specifically is unique in its own right due to the variety of mint marks, metal compositions, and design types, especially the three reverse types that make this coin a favorite among collectors. The Eisenhower dollar was named after Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States and the Supreme Commander of Allied forces in World War II. His legacy as a military hero and a national leader made him a fitting figure to appear on the first circulating dollar coin since the Peace Dollar series had ended in 1935. The obverse of the 1972 Eisenhower dollar features a strong profile of President Eisenhower designed by chief engraver Frank Gasparro, who used multiple photographic sources and military portraits to create a dignified and solemn image of the late president. This marked the first appearance of a former president on a non-commemorative dollar coin in nearly 4 decades. The reverse of the 1972 Eisenhower dollar showcases the Apollo 11 mission insignia, featuring a bald eagle landing on the moon with an olive branch in its talons, a design originally created for the Eisenhower dollar by Gasparro to honor the astronauts and American space dominance in the Cold War era. The design not only reflects military and national pride, but also the convergence of space technology and American exceptionalism, which were both central themes in the 1970s. The moon landing imagery created a dual symbolic narrative: President Eisenhower as the supreme commander in the past and the United States as a space power in the future. The coin was issued in both copper nickel-clad and silver-clad compositions. The silver-clad version, which is often the focus of collectors, was not made for general circulation, but instead was sold directly to the public in uncirculated and proof sets by the U.S. Mint. These were struck at the San Francisco Mint and bear the S Mint mark, while the Philadelphia and Denver mints produced the clad circulation strikes without the silver content. Collectors and historians are particularly fascinated by the three different reverse types on the 1970 to Philadelphia issues. Type 1 shows Earth with very low detail. Type 2 shows a misshaped and incorrect Florida peninsula, and Type 3 shows a much more accurate and finely detailed globe. These differences arose due to adjustments and refinements in terms of size and weight. The 1970 to Eisenhower dollar measures 38.1 millimeters in diameter and weighs 22.68 grams for the copper-nickel version and 24.59 grams for the silver-clad version, with a reeded edge and a bold presence in hand. It's a coin that commands attention and was one of the last large-size dollars issued by the United States Mint in regular production. These dimensions were intended to evoke the classical size of the Morgan and Peace dollars, while still allowing for modern minting precision. The use of silver in the uncirculated and proof versions was meant to appeal to collectors and investors during a time when silver was both a monetary metal and a collectible commodity. We will spend part of this video exploring the political background that led to the coin's authorization, including the legislation passed by Congress in 1970, which allowed the resumption of dollar coin production and called for the honoring of Eisenhower as a military and political leader. We will trace the involvement of various congressional leaders, the support of the Treasury Department, and the influence of collector groups and veterans organizations who all lobbied for the creation of a coin worthy of Eisenhower's memory. We will also discuss how the Mint responded to public demand by producing multiple finished, including brilliant uncirculated proof and the special blue and brown box editions. We will also journey into the detailed minting process used to strike the 1970 to Eisenhower dollar, from die creation to planchet preparation to striking and quality inspection. We will examine how errors occurred and why certain varieties, such as off-center strikes, double dies, and wrong planchet errors, have become highly sought after rarities in the numismatic market. We will showcase examples of graded and certified coins by major grading services like PCGS and NGC, and talk about how to identify the most valuable varieties in the series. Another critical aspect we will examine is the coin's market value over time, from its original issue price to modern auction results in today's collector market. We will break down the value of each reverse type in various grades, explain why Type 2 is the rarest and most expensive, and give a historical timeline of how interest in the Eisenhower dollar series has evolved among collectors, both novice and advanced. We will also explain the influence of silver content on pricing and how fluctuations in the bullion market affect the desirability of the silver-clad versions. In addition to monetary value, we will discuss the cultural and symbolic value of the 1970 to Eisenhower dollar. It is a coin that represents a transitional era in U.S. coinage, a bridge between traditional large silver dollars and the smaller dollar coins that followed, such as the Susan B. Anthony and Sacagawea series. We will talk about how the Eisenhower dollar laid the groundwork for modern commemorative and collectible coin programs by combining historical figures, national symbolism, and limited edition minting formats. Throughout this video, we will provide interviews with coin experts, visual comparisons of die varieties and reverse types, walkthroughs of coin grading criteria, and stories from collectors who share their experiences of hunting for the rare 1970 to type. to coin or discovering a high-grade proof version in an old estate collection. We'll go into depth about how to store, preserve, and ensure a valuable 1972 Eisenhower dollar and what trends may be emerging in the market for future valuation. So sit back, relax, and get ready for a full 2-hour educational journey into the history, art, politics, economics, and collecting culture of the 1972 Eisenhower silver dollar coin. This is more than just a piece of metal, it's a time capsule of American pride, leadership, technological achievement, and numismatic craft. Join me on LC Coins World as we uncover every detail and story behind this powerful and enduring coin.